Hello everyone, welcome to the Loony Bin. My name is Loony and today's video is going to be a kind of a small theory video about what I think happened to Sabo. Normally most people, would have a theory video that's like 20 minutes long trying to explain like the tiniest of things that they believe is connected to their theory. I personally prefer the smaller videos, the more smaller theory videos about explaining exactly what my theory is, while giving small explanation exactly why I believe this theory. And also another thing that I like doing is basically trying to find out like where the theory will fall flat. So this is gonna be my theory about what happened with Sabo, the whole thing about the Reverie, and just why everyone was looking shocked and sad about what happened in the newspaper. So, here's my theory about what happened with Sabo. From what we know so far, is that something happened to Sabo that shocked everybody that was very close connected to him, and just about that's basically everybody in the Revolutionary Army, Makino and such. I do not believe it's that Sabo died or Sabo was captured, because that would just be Sabo dying won't be rehashing anything, but Sabo being captured so that then he could then be put on for execution. That's like a rehash about what happened with Ace, is just with a different flavor added to it that doesn't really, in my opinion, spice things up. What I think would be a much better theory about what happened with Sabo is it all depends on how exactly it plays out. So it basically involves Sabo, Vivi, and Cobra, Vivi's dad. So here's what I believe happened. From what we remember, or if you can remember this, Cobra wanted to speak with the five elders about like what happened with Crocodile, about what happened with Pluton, why the poneglyph about Pluton's location is located in Alabasta and all that stuff. He wanted to speak to the five elders about it, right? He wanted to get info about it. Maybe he has some info that he wanted to ask them about and try to get some answers for them. Here's where I think Cobra probably stepped over his boundaries than what he should have. And more than likely, my theory is that Cobra was killed. One of the questions I have is, was he killed by like a member of CP, like not necessarily CP0, probably CP0, but someone from like some sort of cipher pool. But it could also be that he was killed by the five elders at that moment when he was having a meeting with them, which unfortunately also involved Vivi. Vivi was in the same room because she probably wanted to go with her father to speak to them about whatever the situation was about Pluton and the poneglyph and all that stuff about the ancient civilization or whatever. So they're in a meeting, they're talking to each other. Cobra reveals something about Pluton, and the five elders are now getting like suspicious about that. Maybe Cobra knows too much. So they immediately go and kill Cobra. Everybody's shocked, Vivi's shocked, all that stuff. And not necessarily immediately kill Cobra, but probably attack Cobra at that instant, right? Whether it's CP0 or the five elders, doesn't matter. I think it would be much better if the five elders were the one that killed Cobra. And then after he was killed, Vivi was next, because she knew too much already, because she was there in that meeting. And I'm pretty sure, if you remember, Sama had a picture of Vivi, so it's also possible that they were going to kill Vivi regardless, and this was a perfect chance to do so. So they were going to go and try to attack Vivi. But Sabo then interfered. Sabo was in that room. He saw them kill Cobra with his eyes, and he basically saw Cobra's death. What happened next is that then Vivi was going to get attacked. Sabo felt this was going to happen, so he went and saved her. He protected her from whatever attack, either from CP0 or his five elders, and now basically he's protecting her. He's making sure that they don't get her or kill her in any way. And now they have all this information. She has all this information about something that Cobra and they were talking about, so now it basically the five elders are probably now making her like on the most wanted list for them. not necessarily for the whole kingdom. I mean, for the whole world to hunt her down. But basically now she knows too much. They need her dead. No one was allowed to leave the Reverie from who were in that party, in that group that were in that room, alive because they knew too much. Sabo ruined their plan by protecting Vivi, and now basically he knew he was outmatched. So basically what happened next is that then Sabo takes Vivi and runs away. He runs away with Vivi, and they go somewhere. I don't know how exactly it'll sell up. Maybe with maybe you could have Karasu. I don't really remember if Karasu was one of the people viewing the newspaper, but you could have them leaving via Karasu, or they left from some or some other way. Maybe you could also theorize that maybe it was Bonnie who helped them escape. Who knows? In any case, they escaped, and now basically Cobra's dead. He's dead on the ground. Cobra is officially dead, and now the hunt is out for Vivi and Sabo. Here's where the kicker starts. Sabo is now basically being framed for the death of Cobra. Basically, the world government, specifically the 5 elders, are now saying Sabo killed Cobra. And that's what the newspapers are reading. That's what everyone is like shocked to see. Sabo killed Cobra? Why would he do such a thing? Why would he do something? Everyone's shocked. Everyone's like, something like Koala and part of the Revolutionary Army. People are like sad and crying because they know Sabo. They never thought that he would do something like this. Specifically with someone from, especially someone like a king like Albassa, which I'm pretty sure Dragon and all the revolutionaries know that Cobra is not evil. He's not one of those dickhead royal families. So with that being said, Sabo and Vivi are now on the run. Cobra's dead. Wappo probably saw the whole thing. And now the 5 elders are basically hunting down Vivi and Sabo because they know too much. And I think what this eventually will lead to is Sabo and Vivi eventually finding Luffy after he leaves Wano. Luffy's going to find out about what the hell happened at the Reverie. He's going to learn about what happened in the newspaper because, Wano's closed off, so they don't get newspapers. They'll learn what happened, and then he'll probably decide to try to go find Sabo in some form of way, but Sabo will find him first. So the Vivi and the Strides will reunite, blah, 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 and they'll say everything that happened. I don't know if that's going to happen straight after Wano, but I think at some point after Wano that's going to happen. Now, that's basically what I think happened between Sabo and the whole thing at the Reverie, why he was basically, about what happened with the newspaper. I think that would be a much more better, interesting storyline to do than rehash like another execution, Sabo getting captured and executed. I mean, it would kind of be cool because it will be interesting if Oda does do it this way, simply because it will be like Luffy's redemption. He couldn't save Ace the first time, but he will not let Sabo die. It could be something like that. That'd be cool, and then he will have the Straw Hat Pirates with him, his friends, his crewmates. So maybe you could spin it that way. That'll be fine too. It'll at least be a bit different. But I think Sabo being captured and then being threatened to be executed is a little rehashing the same thing with Ace. Just putting a little flavor. Like it's like instead of just only vanilla, you add like chocolate to the ice cream. But yeah. And that's what I think happened. Now, of course, there's some issues with my theory. I'm not against seeing through many of the issues that may happen in theories. And like I said, and I don't know if I said this, but my theories might not come true, and that's fine. I'm just trying to theorize about exactly what happened. Anyway, the problem now is that the whole thing with News Morgan, CP, was it CP0 that went to a News Morgan to try get him to write some sort of new headline, a new story in the newspaper. News Morgan was not having it, and then he got a call from Wappo about what really happened, and it's interesting to see if the newspaper. I'm not sure exactly the timeline between when people saw the newspaper and when News Morgan printed out whatever Wappo's whatever Wapple's side of the story was. But that's where this theory kind of gets because if really the five elders or CP whatever killed Cobra, they would want, you know, News Morgan to print out that Sabo was the one who killed Cobra. But the fact that he wanted the truth and News Morgan wasn't having it with the CP, the Cyberpole that basically threatened to make him change the story. You know, that's where this theory kind of get is like a little off about like if it being true or not, because who knows what News Morgan heard from Wapple. Who knows exactly if CP0 wanted him to print out the fact that Sabo killed Cobra, you know, to use him as a scapegoat. So that's where I'm like a little iffy about the theory, but I think in some form or way, I think that's what happened with Sabo. Sabo's being framed for the murder of Cobra, and basically now they probably are saying that he probably kidnapped VB or something like that. The Revolutionary is now kidnapping princesses, or you know, that kind of news story and stuff like that. So it's possible. Like I said, my theory may come true, may not come true. Then that's fine. Oda's gonna write the story the way he wants to. It's perfectly fine. I don't know if other people have said this theory, but I think I remember seeing it written somewhere. But this is what I believe, and I feel like me just posting a video about it will be fine. If someone else has said this theory first, then credits to you. I just don't know who you are. So, but credits to you if you thought of this theory first. I'm just saying what I believe also may be the case. So, but yeah, that's my theory. Like I said, short and sweet. Not just. I'm not gonna go on a rant about some minor subjects that probably have nothing to do with the theory. Just add like a little small flavor to it, like a little sprinkle to it. So, yeah, but that's really it. So thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think happened with Sabo. Do you agree with me? If you don't, that's fine. I'd like to hear what your opinions about what happened with Sabo and all that stuff. That's what's great about theories. Not everyone is going to be correct. There's some few people who will be correct with their theories, and that's fine. And you know, congrats to you if your theories are correct. If you don't get your theories right, that's fine too. But thank you so much for watching. Just remember, I'm not crazy, just a little loony. And please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.